Hi, I'm Dominic Robinson Neal,
I'm Zell Folks,
and this is Inside the Ropes.
Boxing Show.
All right. Hi, I'm Dominic Robinson Neal with episode 24. Episode 24 of Inside the Ropes. I got my co-host back today. Girl, let him out the house. Jalen Christian. So today, what we gonna talk about? Well, let's talk about the fight first last night. What did you say about the fight that you like? Jared Anderson versus
He was doing Martin.
Charles Martin, right?
Yeah, I feel like if he could have stepped on the gas, he could have made an upset. I feel like he just ain't had that extra push he needed.
Well, he got to fight on 10 days notice, so 10 days notice, he probably had a better camp. If he had a longer camp, he probably knocked Jared Anderson out.
I feel like Jared leaves himself open a lot.
To me, he's defensively flawed. His offense is on point, but on defense, he's fundamentally flawed. You know, he do all the wrong things on defense. You know, he's still young though. He's 23, so he can actually work on that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you start off boxing, his foundation should have been to make sure that defense, you know, is straight, because you're a heavyweight. Heavyweights, it only take one punch to knock you out. You could be losing the whole fight and then throw a punch and knock somebody out. But that's because they're heavy-handed and they're heavyweights. So that makes a big difference. That's why we have weight classes. But now you're talking about a heavyweight hitting another heavyweight in the head. And they got 10-ounce gloves on. They don't have sparring gloves on and sparring headgear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference of 200-something pound man hitting you in the head, you know, with your hand wrapped and taped, you know. Yeah, so what do you think he should work on?
Bring when he shoot his punches, spring right back to his face with him.
Right. I agree too. A lot of times, then on defense,
or either after he throw, get out the way, move or something.
You know, but a lot of times he pulls back. He pulls straight back, which technically is a no-no in boxing. But some people can get away with it. He got away for about 5 or 6 rounds, well 4 or 5 rounds, and then Martin started timing it and catching him with that straight left.
Yep.
I almost knocked him out. So I was scared for a minute. I was like, man, don't get knocked out in your hometown. Do enough to keep, you know, to win this fight. Go ahead, don't try to knock him out. Then the last second of the last round, like 5 seconds left, he got caught and was buzzed. He had to grab and hold on.
Man.
He almost got knocked out with a second left. So anyway, but that's good work. He can actually work. It's a few things he can work on. I'm quite sure. Hopefully his trainers see his flaws and they get in the gym and try to correct him. Now I'm talking about the sparring we had yesterday. We had some good sparring in here yesterday. We had kids from all over. I want to thank the Myrtle Beach crew. They brought a bunch of fighters. Had a few clubs from North Carolina come through. It was good sparring. The sparring is designed like, in case my guys don't fight in a minute, I try to give them some good sparring. It's good sparring. They can learn more in sparring than they can in the fight sometimes, because I can still coach them while we sparring. They can get out for 3 rounds, then get back in and get some more work. You know, so to just, you know, a learning thing. A lot of people get sparring confused. A lot of people think you're supposed to be out there trying to kill somebody in sparring. What's your take on it?
That's definitely not what sparring is about. And one thing I did notice is a lot of gyms in the South, not all gyms, but a lot of gyms focus on sparring as like a competition.
Right.
And you go to other gyms and they think, don't y'all make us look bad, we can't lose when we go to the gym. That's not what it's about. That's why a lot of gyms in other areas where boxing is popular, that's why they're so much more farther advanced, because they work together. They actually work, learn. Like we done been different places sparring, and the sparring is totally different. It's technical work. You're not trying to kill each other, They're actually trying to learn and sharpen each other tools and.
Correct.
You know,
That's like what he's saying. You know, you got some guys, their ego so big, they think because you got off on somebody in sparring. But see, what you don't understand is, if he got a fight coming up, he got 2 weeks. He's 2 weeks out from his fight. They call me in to spar him. He's supposed to get out on me. He got a fight coming up. I'm not in fight shape. He's in fight shape. So when you look at sparring, you gotta look at who's in fight shape, who's not.
Right.
Who has something to prove, who don't. Who's coming just to get some rounds in, who's not. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people let the sparring go to the ego. There's a lot of great sparrers out there, but then when they go to a fight, they look average. They look like sparring partners.
Right.
That's why a lot of great sparring partners that you guys don't even know about, they're out there. They get guys tuned up for the real fights. You see, Canelo got certain sparring partners he uses. Everybody got certain sparring partners they use because they get them prepared for the big fight. Yeah, you might go to somebody's gym and get off, throw some punches, get off. You're not doing that. Listen, man, that's sparring. If you don't know what sparring for, you dumb anyway. You don't know much about boxing.
Right.
You don't see, how many Sugar Ray Leonard sparring sessions you seen on
None.
tape? How many Marvin Hagler sparring
None.
sessions? Because they took it as sparring and learning. They wasn't out there trying to prove, I'm on YouTube, I'm sparring, I'm beating somebody up. You're not proving nothing. That's not a fight.
Yeah, that don't.
You understand what I'm saying? That don't even count.
And
So,
it's an old saying that say, if you show me a sparring partner that never lost a sparring session, I'll show you somebody that never won a fight.
you're right. And a lot of these guys, right? I'm the best. I'm the best in South Carolina. Wow.
That don't mean nothing.
You ain't saying that. We on bottom of the totem pole in boxing. And around the world, they look at us and laugh. So you saying you the best here, then you go out of state, can't box, act like you don't even know what boxing look like. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that right there is a small mentality.
Yeah,
and it just show how far you think.
yeah, I'm the best in South Carolina.
Yeah, that just show how far you think.
You ain't saying nothing. But anyway, back to what I'm saying is, you got to realize what sparring is used for. Sparring is used to prepare you for a fight, so you can practice on your deficiencies in boxing. So you can practice. That's the closest thing you're gonna get to a fight is sparring. So, but you have to be in shape to spar. I think a lot of our young guys learned yesterday. A lot of my guys learned that just because you're the best in here, don't mean you're the best nowhere else. A lot of them, I put them in situations yesterday where they had to sink or swim. So that's what I want to see. I don't want to see my guy just go ahead beating somebody up. I want to see him practice what we went on, and then every now and then I want to see him in a little adversity, because you never know what's going to happen until you see adversity. If he never go through any problems in here, no adversity when he's training, then when he go to fight, the first time he get in adversity, his brain gonna panic because it never seen it before. So I'm putting him to deep water out here. You swimming with an anchor on your back. So you think you're gonna do 2 rounds, you're doing 4. You think you're doing 3, you're doing 5. It's mental. A lot of it is mental. But the difference between sparring in a real fight and an amateur fight, or a real fight, and let's say in the pros. The pros, they spar with 16-ounce gloves on, some spar with 18. Now they have headgear on. But now when you come to the fight, if you below 147, you fight with 8-ounce gloves. Dummy. If you fighting above 147, you fighting with 10-ounce gloves on. That's a big difference. So you thinking you doing good? Yeah, you sparring with 16-ounce gloves and headgear. In the fight, there isn't any. So that makes it totally different. The elements change. The dynamics of the fight change. You get hit, caught with a small shot and get knocked the hell out. So don't be bragging about sparring. Come there, get some work. I think the guys from Myrtle Beach that came through gave us some great work. The guys from North Carolina, everybody got work. They got as many rounds as they wanted to get, and it was good work. Now, what I want to say now is, when you're sparring, like, what's your toughest time sparring?
In camp.
In camp, right? Because we want to put him in situations where everything ain't going his way.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
Go ahead.
That one thing I do like about our camps is almost all the time, and almost every day, well, pretty much every day, and it's either gonna be in the sparring or in the workouts. we're gonna be put in a situation where adversity, we gotta go dig deep. And it's like almost kind of like ranger training.
That's right.
It's mentality. Your mentality, you gotta dig deep. You gotta be able to disconnect your mind from your body being comfortable.
Right, and that's the thing. I don't want them to ever get in no comfort zone.
And I feel like that's where I thrive at. When it's time for to go out in deep waters, when they get to the later rounds, and we both of our conditioned at the same level now. That's when I start to shine.
Right,
and that's that's what we because that's what we're building for. We're building for the top competition.
That's right. We want to prep, and see a lot of times people don't really realize about sparring. We go other places and spar. We just don't brag on it. We go other hit the spar other top guys, but we just don't brag on it because it's sparring. It don't mean nothing at the end of the day. What they gonna say? He was a good sparring partner. He went down there and beat somebody up, or they beat him up, or it don't mean nothing. So get that sparring myth out your head and understand what sparring is for. Your coaches need to tell you what it's for. You understand what I'm saying? Now, granted, if he got a fight coming up, I want some sparring. I want some real dudes on his ass so we can prepare for the fight. But sparring is still sparring. This has been another episode of Inside the Ropes. Marlon couldn't be here today. His wife wouldn't let him out. Coach Luis couldn't be here today. His wife wouldn't let him out. You know, these guys can't get out the house. I'm going to have to write them a pass or a note to get them out next week. See if we can get them back. All right, but this has been another episode of Inside the Ropes. My co-host Jay. Anything you want to say, Jay, before we go?
Hey, get out the house, get some work in, get off that couch, stop eating them chips, eating ice cream, get up and go work out. It's too late to be trying to get prepared for the summer here.